Hey, my phone about to die and my charger is not working. Oh, have mercy. Name one thing.
No, no, no. Cello, 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 everybody. This is April Showers of the April Showers Network, and I got my girl, B Sparrow of Buzz Tweet Radio. And we getting ready to do a weekly recap. When I tell you first, I want to thank my God, and I know B she believes in the most high. We want to honor them for bringing us together and being able to do this show. All we are two women that's just trying to bring you the facts of what's really going on out here in the real world. If you can't get it, that's on you. But baby, let me tell you, I'm here for it all. I want to know about it all, and it is my business what's going on in this world because it affects me. It affects me that I find out that Bill Gates, you know, the most richest man in the world who was supposed to have been finding cures, working on vaccines and stuff, allegedly, him and Dr. Fauci came up with this virus. Uh, for years, I've been saying I believe that they put stuff in the air for population control. You know, something is wrong. Too many kids got disorders. I can't say them because they might try to take my channel. But anyway, I'm going to let B Sparrow open up this show. And we going to talk about what's really going on in some of these churches today. I'm going to mute my mic, B. You got the show.
Hey, y'all, what's up? It's your girl, B Sparrow. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Let me turn my mic up. I got to check my sound. Can you hear me? Can you hear me okay? Because,
Yes,
woo,
ma'am. Well,
woo, where's my other phone? I need to get myself together, but a couple of days ago, we learned about the pastor that ran up in Jamal Bryant's church. But before that, we talked about the protesters that ran up into a church. The pastor was white. And we said, the first thing that came to my mind was, let them run up into a black church like that. And lo and behold, here we go. But he chose Pastor Jamal Bryant's church. I ain't talking about no big old mega church. I'm talking about a church in the hood. One of them struggling churches. But even in this video that we're going to show, you're going to see who steps up finally. It's always the black woman. Like I said before, it's always the black woman. My thing about this man that showed up in Pastor Jamal's church is that I can't find any information on him. I've been trying. They gave me two different names. They gave me Pastor Joshua. They said that was his name. And I found out that that wasn't the same guy. And then they gave me another name. I can't think of the other name that they gave me, but I found out that it wasn't this guy. But we know that a few days ago, an uninvited white evangelical street pastor entered into the foyer of Pastor Jamal Bryant's New Birth Missionary Baptist Church. Now, how do they know that he was a street pastor, but they ain't giving no name? See, this is what I'm talking about. I don't think this is the same guy. But anyway, it goes on to say, you know what? Forget that. Let me read the article. Let me read the actual article that came out on Black Information Network. But it's a real strange incident because I don't know who the pastor's name is. Jamal Bryant, the pastor, is asking a pointed question after a man interrupted worship at New Birth Missionary Baptist Church in Georgia. If federal authorities are serious about protecting houses of worship, where is the arrest warrant? The disruption occurred during a church service when a man Bryant described as a white evangelical nationalist pastor, wonder how he knew that, who was accompanied by his wife, accompanied by his wife, I wonder how he knew that was the man's wife, entered into the sanctuary and began loudly condemning the congregation. Video of the incident circulated online, showing the individual filming himself as he shouted religious denunciations before being removed. Now, I watched the video, which I'm gonna show it in a few minutes. I don't like Jamal Bryant at all. I don't think that he is a true man of the Most High Yah. And I do agree with some of the things this man in this video is saying. I'm telling you, I agree with a lot of the things that he's saying. But what I don't agree with is the fact that he bursted in there. Like, is this a trend now for them to bust into someone's church like that? And who started this trend? Was it Don Lemon and his Roman soldiers that ran up into the man's church in, I think it was Minnesota, and disrupted the service? Huh? Now, this article goes on to say the disruption occurred during a church service when a man Bryant describes as white evangelical nationalist. How did he know? Bryant addressed the incident on his Let's Be Clear podcast. If y'all want to go over there and listen to his annoying voice, I can't, but y'all go ahead and let me know what happened. Framing it as more than a moment of disruption, but a test of whether the law is applied evenly. A white evangelical nationalist pastor had the audacity, he and his wife, to get out of his car and for propaganda and disturbance film themselves coming into our church using hate speech, condemnation. He said, condemning us with wrath, judgment, and correction. Bryant said, well, somebody had to do it, Jamal Bryant. You do need to be corrected. I'm sorry. And since you are against places of worship being disrupted or disturbed, this gentleman attempted to do it at a black church. I want to know, where is the arrest warrant? This all seems like a skit, but we're about to listen to this man talk about Pastor Jamal Bryant and his church. Good morning, Life with Tasha. How are you? Or good afternoon here in North Carolina. But anyway, let's listen to what this man says about. Listen real closely what he said about the church. I hope y'all can hear it. Listen.
Oh, you need to repent. Your pedophile co-founder is in hell right now, and you're going to find your way into hell with them unless you repent. Jamal Bryant, you're a wicked dog, a vile bundle of sticks.
This way, because let me play it.
Yeah, try it again.
Let me find it on my computer first.
Yeah, take your time.
Hey, April, let me restart. I have to restart. I'll be back.
Okay. Well, anyway, I want to say this. You know, no sin is different from any other sin. Sin is sin. But only what I have a problem with is kids not being able to be kids. Kids having their innocence taken away from them. Kids, we find out, have been sacrificed, allegedly. I've got to say allegedly, But how somebody choose to live their lifestyle and who they choose to sleep with, long as you're an adult, and this, I'm just giving my opinion. Hey, that's on you. But I just have a problem with kids being butchered up. I have an issue with the things that I have heard that have been done to children. And as we go on more, I will talk about my stance now on hearing Rashonda Landfield, the girl that was on the tape. She said it was her that was PISSED on by R. Kelly. I will give y'all an update on my stance about that as well. So again, we know that we are in spiritual warfare right now. We are in the age of Aquarius, and everything is being revealed. And I am just so saddened and sickened.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it this way.
All right.
Entire screen. Okay, can you add me?
Okay, hold on. Okay.
So y'all see the screen?
Yep.
Okay, let me do it this way then. All right, here we go. I can see that.
Oh, you need to repent. Your
Let me turn it up some.
is in hell right now, and you're gonna find your way into hell with him unless you repent. Jamal Bryant, you're a wicked dog, a vile bundle of sticks. And I know that
I don't know why.
it's still right. And I know there's a church that claims to be of Jesus, and they're liars. They make it all about the world. They sell goods. They turn. Oh, you need to repent. Your pedophile co-founder is in hell right now.
Did you hear what he said?
Yep.
He said, "Oh, he said,
Yeah.
"Oh, you need to repent. Your PDF co-founder is in hell right now."
Yeah.
And he's talking about who?
I would think allegedly Bishop Eddie Long.
That's who he talking about allegedly. All right, let's play.
Okay. Bishop Eddie Long,
Yes.
who a lot of boys came forward and said that he allegedly, messing with them. Okay, continue on.
Okay, add me back. I'm sorry.
Okay, hold on.
Add the video back.
All right.
See if it work. I'm gonna see if it works better from here since I restarted. It should.
Oh, you need to repent. Your pedophile co-founder is in hell right now, and you're gonna find your way into hell with him unless you repent. Jamal Bryant, you're a wicked dog, a vile bundle of sticks. And I know that holiness is still right. And I know there's a church that claims to be of Jesus, and they're liars. They make it all about the world. They sell goods. They turn the name of Jesus Christ into a laughing stock with their whorishness and their wickedness. I love the Lord Jesus Christ. That's why I obey him. The Lord Jesus Christ is going to destroy this church. He's going to destroy this church. And if you're in it when he does, he'll destroy you with it. It's time to repent of your wicked ways. Race baiting, stirring hatred among the children of God, people that would come to Christ.
So I can't post the copyright disclaimer, April, because I don't have access to your banners. But if you can go in the private chat and copy and paste the copyright disclaimer, that'll be great. I just wanted to throw that out there. Y'all point out, I want to point out also, you watch this video, watch who finally steps up and say something. Check out who finally steps up and say something. Huh? Check it out.
Okay. I got the disclaimer in the description for the show.
And won't, because you make his name a laughing stock of, you blaspheme the name of Jesus Christ with your harlotry, with your whorishness, your wickedness, your filthiness. Your prayers don't even reach the ceiling. You pray to demons. It's time to get right with God. The God of the Bible is going to destroy you unless you repent. Your materialism, your racism, and all of your high-mindedness is going to end when Jesus returns. Jesus.
Y'all see the two women at the door in the background? I told y'all the black women are the ones that's going to step up and say something.
But you know what? I'm surprised he was able to
speak that long, right?
Speak that long.
I'm surprised too.
Like y'all let that man sit up there and talk all that time.
Exactly. That's why
That's
I said
scary.
Come to a church in the hood.
But that's scary. That's scary. And you got folks talking about if Don Lemon would have came in their church, what would have happened? You know, that's what some of the black pastors were saying. Mm-hmm. But still, we got this guy. He went to this church. Didn't nobody stop him. They let him talk a long time.
Yep, he preached the whole sermon. He
sure did.
And I have to say, though, as much as I dislike Jamal Bryant, and as much as I agree with this man with some of the things that he's saying, I still don't agree with people running up in other people's churches like that.
Right.
I can't find this man's name. The article says that he's a street pastor, but I don't know how Jamal Bryant himself knows that this is a street pastor. He said, Jamal Bryant said, and I can't find the article since I restarted. Jamal Bryant said that this man and his wife ran up in the church. How does Jamal Bryant know that this man, that whoever's holding the camera was his wife?
Right.
This could be a setup to get attention.
Yeah.
But let's continue.
Yeah. Girl, I don't put nothing past these people trying to deflect from the real problem.
Right.
You know, because you've been under hot water. Because everybody want to know why you talking about allowing your wife, who's supposed to be a first lady, and I don't want folks talking about she wears many hats. No. She is supposed to be a representative for the kingdom of God.
Yes.
The church is supposed to be the bride, am I right? And I gotta look at a woman dressed as a whore.
And
You know,
people are
you
saying
might as well, you
people are
might as
saying
well just take a crystal ball and put it in the churches now and just, hey, party. Do everything now.
people
You
are
might as
saying that
well.
the
But
dress
I'm
was
sorry, continue on.
people were saying that the dress Jamal's wife had on, oh well, it's flesh color. Like that's supposed to make it better. What seeing her in that dress leaves nothing to the imagination. You can tell where everything is. You can, I mean, of course you know where everything is on a woman, but you can see, even down where the private part is. You can see where that dress accentuated what she already had. But anyway, I had to switch articles because I don't know what happened to the other article, but it says a weekend worship service at Pastor Jamal's Bryant Church turned tense after an uninvited preacher barged into the building, pulled out a camera, and began shouting condemnations at the congregation mid-service. And I still can't find his name. Bryant, the senior leader of New Birth Missionary Baptist Church, is now calling for authorities to identify and arrest the man, arguing that the disruption crossed the line from free speech into criminal behavior. Well, what did his security guards do? They don't have the power to contain the man and get information from him. How come no one knows who this man is? How come no one is giving up his name? Normally somebody do research, and in a few days on the internet, we know who the culprit is, right? How come no one knows who this man is? Video from the incident, which has circulated widely online, shows a white, self-described evangelical street pastor standing near the entrance to the sanctuary and loudly denouncing the church and its members. Witnesses say he accused the congregation of moral corruption and hurled insults directly at Bryant's while filming himself inside the building. Church security eventually escorted the man off the property. No injuries were reported, and the service resumed. Bryant addressed the moment on his Let's Be Clear podcast. Framing it as an intentional disturbance inside a sacred place that he probably set up. And I said that part because it all seems like a setup after what happened between Don Lemon and his Roman army that went up in the church and tried to tell somebody how to live, when to live, how to do it, and when to do it. But let me go and play this video because I don't want to keep y'all, you know what I'm saying. Hello, James Money, 615. How you doing?
Christ is coming back in flaming fire. He's taking vengeance upon those who obey not the gospel. Oh, you need to repent. Jesus returns. Jesus Christ is coming back in flaming fire. He's taking vengeance upon those who know not God and obey not the gospel. Oh, you need to repent. Your pedophile co-founder is in hell right now, and you're going to find your way into hell with him unless you repent. Jamal Bryant, you're a wicked dog, a vile bundle of...
Look who's stepping up, the women. Look who's stepping up, the women. Hey, Black Money Corp. Look who's stepping up. I told y'all, don't be going to no black person church because the women in the church, trust me, I know, I was there once. The women in the church, they're going to protect their pastor to the fullest. No, DC. I'm from DC.
DMC. And you know what, B? You about right too. These women gonna go all out for the pastors.
Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Some of them love the pastors more than their husbands.
Yep. Facts.
Some of them will be talking about what pastors say and won't even listen to their husband.
So Black Money asked me, am I from B-More? No, I'm originally from North Carolina, but I spent the past 40 years in DC, and now I'm back in North Carolina. So yeah. The women be acting like the pastor be God. Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Listen, I was a deacon in the church. I was a deacon in the church, and trust me when I tell you, they encourage you to protect the pastor at any cost. They tell you to protect the pastor at any cost. Been there and done that. I would never do it again. But let's play the rest of the video. It's almost over. Check out the black women. And look how long it took for security to come out. What kind of security is this? They don't know the man's name, where he from. Nothing. Listen.
6, you deserve the lake of fire you're going to get when you die. Kids, read the Bible and don't do what that guy says. It's time.
All right, man. So he.
And I agree. Don't do what that man says. I'm sorry. I don't follow Jamal Bryant. And I agree with the pastor with some of the things he says, but I don't agree with him running up in that church like that. I don't.
Girl,
I'm sorry.
these bum rush in the church. They have no fear of God. Now, the thing of it is, you can agree with some things that this guy was saying, but you just don't walk into the house of God. I got to stand by that. It should be fear of God. Like I say, we all going to have to stand up to him. I do not like Jamal Bryant. I don't like the fact that he tries to get people to do all of these boycotts. Like they don't even realize when Martin Luther King did the Montgomery bus boycott, that lasted over a year. Y'all want to, and I believe in my heart, Jamal Bryant is another paid gatekeeper to keep blacks right where they want us at, to keep voting Democrat, to spew venom and hate against people that's not of the Democratic Party. Whether you believe in Trump, you're a conservative, like they want to keep you on this Democratic plantation no matter what, even though y'all supposed to be pastors. But y'all know that these people are saying it's okay for kids to change their body parts. But hey, demon Democrats is what I'm going to say. Anytime you are part of a process that allow kids to be able to alter their body, I can't rock with you. That should be disturbing to y'all. Y'all should be boycotting that. That a child can go change their body parts, take hormone pills. All the kid got to do and say, Mommy, I want to be a boy, I want to be a girl. Their minds are not even fully developed. They are children. Children. And y'all jump on the bandwagon. And I mean, they're cutting up their body parts, they're changing them. Like God made Adam and Eve. Like, what is wrong? So, I'll never fool with the Democratic Party. Just on that. Just on that alone. I'll give you the The- okay, I got you back up there, B.
So I'm watching this show called Fallout, and at the rate things are going, it seems like we are heading in that direction of that show called Fallout, where bottle caps is considered money. People eat each other because the food is scarce. They're eating dogs, and this is a show based in America, and at the rate we're going, I just see it. I can see us going into the direction that show. A lot of times we look at TV and it tells us things that's going to happen, and it end up happening. A lot of times in the movies, TV shows, and stuff, we see things like things in Back to the Future that we watched in the movie back then. We see some of those things here now, and
Yeah. Terminator.
yes,
Everything they've been telling us in the movie. If you really paid attention. Hmm. Yeah. Because the thing of it is, you can't tell people nothing. These people have been brainwashed. Brainwashed.
and that's exactly what it is.
They have been brainwashed. Uh, all of these childhood stars, they were under like a brainwashing, a MK Ultra program. That's what they called it. MK Ultra program, where they were programming the kids. Like they programmed the kids so they would love their abusers and stuff. Yeah,
Mm, mm.
that's what they did. Allegedly. All of this is alleged.
And I was looking at I can't even remember what I was looking at, and they was talking about the Epstein files. I looked up some of those files, and most of the files that I saw were pictures. But people are finding things, emails, and some of the things that are in these emails is disgusting, and talking about the way that they treat children, the things that they do to children. Excuse me, the way that they talk about black people. Excuse me, y'all. I'm just it's just amazing. Like, and some of those pictures are redacted. Like, you can't really see the young girls in the pictures. I don't even know why they released the files if they was going to redact some of the information.
Well, they have to, they want to protect the victims.
And then
Because I was on the channel and one of the ladies, she to this day, she won't name their names because she's in fear of what these people might do to her. Like, can you imagine be sitting there, you knowing, like Allie Carter? And I don't know if you guys have heard about a girl named Allie Carter who was trafficked, taken in and out of the tunnels. They ate food off of her. She was able to escape, and she has been talking about her experiences, and she has been naming names. Can you imagine looking at these people, the rich and famous and powerful, and knowing these are some sick people? Can you imagine how these people feel? Like this is some sick stuff. You still here?
I'm here. I'm just
Oh, okay. Okay, BMC said them babies, all the wealthies, I can't have are those designer babies.
Designer babies.
Yeah, you know, these people, they have been experimenting with kids. I remember I used to say, the way these kids act, they have no fear in them. I'm like, did they put something in the Similac or the Infamil? Because these kids, they don't even care like we did. We were so concerned about doing the right things. We
had morals.
wanted our parents to be proud of us, B.
We
You know
had
what I'm
morals.
saying?
We had morals and values.
We have morals and values, and they don't have that now. They don't even fear God. That's another reason why I would never ever fool with the Democratic Party again.
I regret ever messing with the Democratic Party.
Ever. Like these people, if you look at everything these people were doing, it has not been of God.
Nope.
Now,
Everything that they do goes up against the word of the Most High Yah. I'm sorry. I don't like Christianity. I've done my research on Christianity, and in my opinion, it is a man-made religion. All those things that Christians are doing are not required by the Most High Yah. We are not required to celebrate Easter, Christmas, and all those things, and you doing them in the church. We, Black people, Foundation of Black Americans, are required to follow God's holy days, not his holidays. But who the hell am I? I'm just B Sparrow. I tell people this, and they get upset. The Christian church is a Roman Catholic religion that they stole from a people who was created by the Most High Yah, and those people are Hebrew people, the real chosen people of the Most High Yah. And this is my opinion. I believe, according to my research and what I found out, that Foundation of Black Americans are the chosen people of the Most High Yah. And when I say Foundation of Black Americans, I'm talking about if you can trace your heritage in this country back over 400 years, which I've done, and I know a lot of y'all can do. Stop being lazy and do it, because you are Foundation of Black America. You can trace your heritage that far back. Exactly. The Christian church is a business. And when the 501c3 came, I think it was J. Edgar Hoover who initiated the 501c3. J. Edgar Hoover. Before J. Edgar Hoover initiated the 501c3 in the church survived off of general offering. Before it became a corporation, before church became a corporation, they survived off general offerings from the community. And when I learned that the tithe was never money, I left the church. When I learned that the tithe was food for the poor, for the widowed, for the orphan, I left church. It was food. God has a plan in place for the tithe, and it's not money. He doesn't need our money. You hear me? He doesn't need our money. So let us think about it. He doesn't need our money. It's the man in the church that needs our money. The Most High Yah doesn't need our money. The tithe is originally food. But let me step back because I'm diving in too deep. Go ahead, April.
Okay, well, in my defense, I have gone to some great churches where my pastors, they did not take salaries and stuff, and they did a lot of stuff for the communities, and we did a lot of things with the kids. So, you know, I will say, with everything else, there's good and there's bad. And so, you know, um, so, but, you know, I can't talk about a dirty pastor I had an experience with too. So, but anyway, let's talk about these Epstein files.
Ooh, child.
Well, we got everybody's names in it. Today, I still got people on Facebook wanna say, what about Trump? What about him? What about Bill Gates, Bill Clinton, Jay-Z, Whoopi Goldberg? What about, hey Tony, what about these low-down dirty people? None of these people, when you sit back and you look at it, they did nothing to help the black artists. They stole from them. They kept the Willie Lynch going. They kept the gatekeeping going. You looking at emails where you got Harvey Weinstein saying Jay-Z and all of this is alleged. I gotta say alleged. But he's telling you that he was a good buck dancer for them. So instead of our people that became famous, that became billionaires, the only thing they did not help the black community. They hurt the black artists. They did them worse than the Caucasian man could have ever did, because you were supposed to look out for your people. You gave them bogus contracts. And then some of y'all kept the narrative going. Like, you look at a person because they all sick. I'm tired of people saying, what about Trump? No, what about the rest of them? You got people like Whoopi Goldberg on The View that's sitting around spitting venom, telling you that on her show, The View, telling people, oh, you don't have to have your family over for Thanksgiving dinner if they voted for Trump. You had people falling out. You have families torn apart over their political choice. And heifer, you dirty woman, Whoopi Goldberg, you ain't no different from Donald Trump, because you was kissing Epstein ass too. Make that make sense.
So this reminds me of the story of Glorilla and her sister, with her sisters going around on the internet saying Glorilla not doing anything for them. Now her sister sound like a damn fool up there, talking about how they have just spitting out the family's business, making. And by the way, Glorilla boyfriend Brandon Ingram is from my hometown, so yeah, from Clifton, North Carolina. But anyway, they just. I don't know if you've heard of the story, April, but they are on the internet.
Well, they're saying the mother works for Federal Express.
And so
she bought the dirty house.
And
you
so
know what?
The mother
Right.
probably fine on her job. There are other brothers.
Well, why would she quit her job? She don't know how long her daughter's career gonna last.
There are other siblings coming out saying that that girl is lying, that sister is lying, that Glorilla take good care of them. You know what I'm saying? But
well,
can't stand her ass. That's why she ain't doing nothing for her. Because she was calling her all types of bitches and all types of hoes in the video.
But check this out, B. You know, Glorilla might not want to go along with their program.
Right.
So see, that's what they do. They find your family. I don't care what none of them, especially the ones I don't like, said about me.
Girl, his name is Free My Grandma. I'm through. I quit. His name is Free My Grandma. I'm gone. I'm
Who?
gone. In your chat, his name is Free My Grandma. Girl, I'm done. I quit.
I got somebody in my chat.
Somebody in your chat is named Free My Grandma.
Oh. Oh, okay. Hey, Windrock.
What she
Okay.
do? What she do? What your grandma do? 314, what that at?
The last person I saw was Philly. Okay.
I got to
Jeff
tell my husband this.
Hoover is black and from Richmond, Virginia. Hey, Windrock. Okay. Me and sis used to gap that bread duck church and meet back up. Okay, he's saying Kojic is terrible. Tony, okay. Thank you. Spent and venom, yeah. Oh, Black Money Corp said, remember they said it was cool to lie to your husband about voting for Harris.
Yep, I remember that too. Yep. What your grandma do? Oh,
Yeah,
thinking she young.
my grandma.
That's me. He said she old thinking she young. That's me. I still think I'm 18. That's all that last thing I remember.
Whoever it is, I'm not seeing they kind of. But baby, let me tell you something. I'm 64, baby, and let me tell you something. I feel like I look good to be 64. I'm not worrying about what you think. You could come in here, you can say whatever you want to say. You ain't gonna stop me from talking about these dirty, no good black people that have kept the system going, the gatekeepers, and how my people have been stuck on a democratic plantation that only took care of certain people. We got our vote. These people never gave us nothing. They want us to be involved in some immigration. Did nobody protest about the crime bills when they locked up all of the blacks in the 90s? Nobody protested about that. Y'all let a man tell y'all wasn't black if you didn't vote for him, and he locked your butts up. You loved the woman that called y'all super PREDATORSs, but y'all want to talk about Trump is the big racist, but you won't talk about the other stuff that the other people done said and did to us. You won't talk about Field Order 15. Lincoln body wasn't cold, and they took back our land. They took back the acres and the mules. Nobody, not one person in power has ever challenged the United States government on giving us Field Order 15. So while y'all was coming to the churches, y'all was cha-cha to the polls. Cha-cha in the polls, okay? They done made y'all think an Indian woman really cared about you black people. And they done made y'all think that a man born over in Kenya cared about black people. They ain't even foundational black Americans. But y'all want to make them black. Man, y'all can miss me with all of this BS. So, I'm a grandma. So is, baby. And some of y'all y'all can't even hang with me. Cause see, I done lived, I done seen, and I done seen how you dirty low life act. And some of y'all are still under the spell. That's why y'all ain't gonna never be shit. You ain't gonna never advance because you still brainwash. You're sitting up listening to a Jasmine Crockett. You're sitting up listening to a D.L. Hughley. You're sitting up listening to a Charlemagne the God. Now I want to know, B, how? See, this goes to show the ignorance of my people. You sit up, you will listen to D.L. Hughley tell you something, and when this man's daughter went to him and said, Daddy, your friend was messing with me. You didn't even believe your daughter. And then you gonna get on your talk show, your podcast, and you gonna tell the world that you did not believe your child over your friend? And I'm supposed to listen to you, you gatekeeper? Then Charlemagne the God gave women Spanish fly? But these are the people y'all done made y'all heroes. Good God Almighty. I mute my mic, B. I give you the floor.
I don't trust none of those people. I don't trust D.L. Hughley. I don't trust Roland Martin. I don't trust Ricky Smiley, Steve Harvey. I don't listen to none of them. And I'm sick of these celebrities trying to tell people how to live and what to do. A long time ago, I don't know what that lady named that told LeBron James to shut up and dribble. I was so pissed off at her. But now I get it. No, it was a white woman. The white woman, the first one, the white woman told him to shut up and dribble. And I was so mad at her for telling him that. How dare you tell a black man that? But now I agree with her wholeheartedly. These celebrities, Nicki Minaj, Billie Eilish, all these people that Shabuzi, all these people that stepped up on stage at the Grammy and declared that immigrants built America. Immigrants built the United States of this here America.
Hey, it wasn't Nicki Minaj at them Grammys.
I know, but I'm just saying. I know that Nicki Minaj wasn't at the Grammy, but I'm just saying the things that she said. I don't listen to none of them. I don't listen to Nicki Minaj. I never liked her. She go wherever the wind is blowing. But all those people that stood up at the Grammys, Billie Eilish talking about we all living off stolen land and all that bull crap. Shut TF up. Shut the F up. Because you living over there in your big A mansion on stolen land. If we living on stolen land, give your mansion back to the Native Americans. And speaking of Native Americans, I have a thing about these Native Americans that y'all call Native Americans, because my family descended from the land before it was even called America. And I have proof. I have research. I have an issue with these Native Americans that y'all call the Native Americans, the light-skinned Christopher Columbus looking natives. I don't think that they were that color when Christopher Columbus came here. I don't think that they were light-skinned with long, straight hair when Christopher Columbus arrived on this land. I really don't. But that's just me. I don't. She talking about some stolen land. Christopher Columbus stole this land and he whited it out. He and his people whited it out. I have research. I'm not saying what I know. I'm not saying what I heard. I'm going by my own research. Yeah, but that's my husband's name. My husband is the Sparrow. My name is Blango. He said those sparrows are deep in Virginia, North Carolina. That's weird because where I am in Kinston, North Carolina, there's not many sparrows in Kinston. My husband, he said Lumberton area. And you know what? When I was doing my research, it talked about my father's side of the family and the enclave that they lived in around the Aurora, North Carolina area was called Bettytown. But they also mentioned the sparrows. It also mentioned the sparrows. I don't know who Mingo is, but Blango and Mingo, that's different words. Blango, are you
find
Mingo?
out?
Huh?
You can find out.
Find out what?
When it's all said and done, because we were already here. It's a lot of us that's probably related to each other. And you you don't even know. Yeah. But yeah. I see we got. Oh, okay. Free my grandma. I don't know what he's talking about. Is he being negative, positive, or what?
Who? Free my grandma?
Yeah.
He was talking about his grandma.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
He said, I asked her what she.
Oh,
Okay, I
I'm
asked.
sorry. Please, I'm very sorry. I didn't know what was going on. I am very sorry. Please accept my apology. If I make an error,
What did you do, April?
I was telling him. I told him to get the hell out of here. I didn't know what he was talking
Oh,
about.
no, April.
Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize
No, April.
to my grandma. Please accept
Free
my
my grandma. That's
apology.
my friend. That's my friend. His grandma is my friend. He said. He said his grandma is not actually locked up, but mentally.
Oh, okay, I'm
But
so
mentally,
sorry.
but mentally she's still out there in them streets. Hey man, she's 70 years old. I have my father's oldest sister, Aunt Helen, is in her 90s. She can't drop it like a hot like she used to, but she's still trying. So I ain't mad at her. But he said his grandmother is not locked up for real. I mean physically, but mentally because she's out in the street and she's like younger men. I ain't mad at her. Go on, grandma.
Okay, yeah. Okay, thank you. He accepted my apology. I didn't know what you were saying. I'm sorry. Please accept my apology. Oh, okay, yeah. No, when you were saying free, my grandma was saying something in age. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We just, people be trolling so much. Free my grandma that you just don't know. And I'm sorry. I'm looking at I'm on two different devices. Please accept my apology. Okay. Okay. So free my grandma. Does it hurt you to see like how the elders have been fooled, how they have been brainwashed, and you can't? Huh?
I'm sorry, April. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I cut you off. Remember what she said when she was asking you? I forgot already. But my next door neighbor, she's an older woman. I think she's in her mid to late 60s, mid to late 60s, and her boyfriend is young for a long time. Me and Julia thought that was her son. We would say stuff like, "Is your son home?" or "Give this to your son," right? And one night we was taking her to somewhere she needed to go, and she said, "I just wanted to tell y'all, Julius thought that Will was my son, but that's my man. He ain't my son." I was like, "Oh, so I free my grandma, and I like his grandma."
Oh, Okay. Okay.
But you was
But
asking, I'm
but
sorry.
like I was telling when I did my show the other night, I said they say act like men was the only one that like younger things. Women like younger things too now. Well,
I always like older men. I can't mess with a youngin. I can't do it. I just can't do it. He said absolutely because she can't really teach the young girls anything. The elder's job is to teach the young from the mistakes they make in the past. And I always say these young girls don't listen to us. I have 2 daughters. You think they listen to me? No. These
well,
young people don't know how to listen to their elders. But one thing I can say about these young, I like how they move. I like how they move, especially like people like Tariq Nasheed and Black Afro Network and Vicky Young and all these. Not Vicky Young. What's her name? Vicky.
Vicky Dillon.
Vicky Dillon. I love how these young people are moving. I love how they move. Yeah, right. Vicky Young. That was one of my high school friends. But I love how Vicky Dillon and all these grassroots people at my children's age is doing something that we should have done a long time ago. And that's standing up against this damn Democratic Party that sees no good for us. They don't have any good for us.
These people, they wouldn't have been ready for us. And look at the hate we getting now. I know the hate I get on Facebook. I got people telling me, the first thing they want to do is deflect and say you a Trump supporter. I'm like, I'm not a supporter of none of them. They all dirty, one dirty bird. But I know one thing.
Look at what he said about the young women. He said the young women make everything transactional nowadays. Pay to play.
Yeah, but you know what,
Yeah, I
baby,
ain't gonna lie.
they was feeling real good back in the day too. Okay. But now, once crack hit the scenes, they don't want to pay no more.
But it was like that for the women in our time too. But women, we had a lot to give. We know how to cook, we know how to clean, we know how to, take care of our man if need be, when need be. A lot of these young girls like chicken nuggets and French fries. I know how to cook. I knew how to cook a three-course meal when I was a teenager.
They won't listen to you because they already done made in their mind like you their enemy. No, baby girl. I'm not your enemy. I'm just trying to tell you the game ain't changed, baby. Just the players. And they still don't want to listen. You can sit down and say, girl, don't date no married man. They ain't gonna leave their wife, and that ain't no good. Why you want a man that's got babies by all these women across town and you got to deal with them?
Look at Clarissa Shields. Look at Cardi B. Look at Clarissa Shields.
Yeah.
Look at
They
Cardi
don't
B.
want to listen to you.
Clarissa Shields right here.
You tell them it's okay. You gonna get your heart broke. Girl, you ain't got to act no fool. Never let them, don't never let them see you sweat. You get up every day and you get out there. But you got some of them, they ready to go with the girls to fight the other women and everything. Girl, yeah.
Look at Clarissa Shields on the internet bragging about another woman's husband. Just bragging, my man, my man, my man. Look at Cardi B, pregnant, still married, but having sex, still married and pregnant by another man.
But wait a minute.
Having sex with another man while you pregnant with your husband, baby. That's crazy.
I want to understand.
That's so true, Free. That's so true.
B and everybody in the chat, I need to understand how. I don't know what is she, Latin American, Puerto Rican. I don't know what Cardi B is. For you to sit up and say that you used to drug and rob men and take their money, you should be sitting in jail. Like, she said this. And y'all don't, that nobody found nothing wrong with that. Nobody found nothing wrong with a woman that said, I used to drug men and rob them. Rob them. Can somebody explain to me
I
what?
can explain it to you in 3 words. She not black. If it was a black woman that had done that, they would have reset her great grandmama, her great 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 grandmama, your grandmama, his grandmama, their granddaddy, and the puppy back in the day.
Yeah.
She is of Dominican and Trinidadian descent. She's not considered a foundational Black American. I tried to like her, but
Yeah.
I don't like the fact that she talked bad against Black women.
Mm-hmm.
But love Black men, honey, but can't stand Black women. I don't mess with her. I don't mess with Nicki Minaj. The only female rapper I mess with is Lauryn Hill, Rhapsody, and the little girl, Little Van Van. She's the best rapper out here right now. I don't know if y'all heard of Little Van Van, but she's all over Facebook. That's a bad little chick. I mess with her. All the rest of these chicks out here. Oh, I like Glorilla too, but not because she with my homeboy, because I liked her before I even knew them together. But I don't know why I like Glorilla and don't like Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. I don't know why.
Because I guess she, to me, it's like the little girl. She's like a little girl that's trying to make it. She, she's sort of all over the place. She did gospel. She's trying to find her way. But I think Glorilla is intelligent enough. I hope she is. I pray she is. Because I'm going to tell y'all, I have to look at everybody in the music industry now. I got to side eye them. And Free made a comment that most of these women, the women are part of that community. And I can believe that. But right now, I could believe anything about these people. Anything about them.
Free said there was a Black woman in Atlanta setting up men with her baby daddy, and they both were found in a hotel with bullets in their head.
Hey, some of these women go hard now. Some of these women nowadays, they ain't trying to be ladies. Society done taught them that they don't need a man. They is the man.
Right.
These women going hard nowadays. They don't even know how to be a lady. You can't teach a lady how to be a lady if they don't want to be. This is where, the brainwashing and the programming came in, because they was telling women, you don't need a man.
Right.
You don't need a man. We'll take care of you. We're going to give you welfare and food stamps. We're going to take care of you. You don't need a man.
Shout out to Mouthpiece in the building.
Hey, Mouthpiece.
I went through that. I tell people all the time, I went through that and this was in the mid-90s in North Carolina. They would not give me any assistance because I had a husband. Now they're help married couple now. But back then, I couldn't get no assistance. I had to lie and say my husband wasn't in the house. So I did it. That's the only way I could get it.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know, free my grandma and black BMC when we were talking, like I feel like it's my duty, right? I try to talk to my cousin's kids and my nieces and stuff. And I try to tell them the real deal on what it is out here. You know, I'm trying to tell them all of my mistakes. Like, baby, don't do this. Don't do that. Uh, you know, if that man gonna be with you, he gonna be with you. You ain't got to get pregnant on purpose. You ain't got to act no fool. You ain't got to bust out no windows.
April.
Huh?
Free said, was this society set up to break down black homes?
Hell yeah.
Indeed.
Of course. Can you imagine how powerful we would be? How powerful we would be?
And Free, you said to keep the black man and woman divided. The way you said how women act these days, they succeed.
Mm-hmm.
They succeed. Look, like Miss April said, these females these days feel like they don't even need a man anymore.
They don't.
And that was the goal.
Yeah.
That was the goal.
They got 'em thinking they can go buy some damn toys now to replace a man. You don't need them. They can't take care of you. You the breadwinner where they was locking up most of the black men.
But
Yeah.
as a man of the Most High, you know the Most High said that there was going to be a small remnant of us anyway. So he moving, he working. I feel it, I know it. So you said you a man of the Most High. Let's talk. He moving. Everybody knows something is wrong. Everybody feels something is in the air. Something is happening. Something is going to happen. Hey, you said you're a man of the Most High. You know what's up.
And you know, some women, they won't even let the man leave. Like we was talking about. Some of them will come home, they'll listen more to the pastor than they will their husbands.
Can I tell you something, April?
Yes.
You know how I used to hate Tiny, T.I. wife, Tiny?
Uh-huh.
I don't know why I hate her. But I was looking at a video the other day. I got to give her props, how she's keeping her family together, and including T.I. kids, too. I had to give her props for that. I can't do it. But I just had to give her props for it. Hail to the queen. She holding it down with her family and the rest of his kids. And she seemed happy. And you know, he took her through a lot. But that's a black family, a black family that's holding it together. And I was happy to see it. All of his kids. I think he got kids with 3 different women, including her, 3 women. I ain't mad.
No, why would you be mad? Children are innocent. They didn't ask to be brought here under no circumstances of 2 grown adults. And if they came before the relationship, you really can't be mad at the child. Now, I understand some women, they would be a little upset when they found out that their husband had an outside child. That would be some stuff now. But at the end of the day, the child did not ask to be
you know
born.
what? Guess what? My father's father was the outside child. Doing my research, I found out that my grandfather, my great-grandfather, was a player. He had 3 families that we know of that I found. So, you know, the Most High said, what? Be fruitful and multiply. How else we gonna do it? So I'm just not mad about that anymore. I just can't do it. I just cannot share. I was married before, and my husband had outside children on me, and I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. I think he had one, and then he had another one after the divorce.
So
the little girl, huh?
The one that he had while y'all was married, B.
We was separated at the time.
But did you finally accept the child?
Well, he was in Africa, and my ex-husband that I'm talking about, he wanted to bring the child over and wanted me to raise him, but I said no, I couldn't do it. And then after we divorced, he had a little girl. I accepted her, because she's here, and I had no other choice. That's my daughter's sister, and I couldn't be mean to the child, so I accepted her. It was weird for me that my husband had a daughter or another child from others. And then after we got married, I found out that he had one before.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, but I'm that woman. I can't. I don't know what I would do. That's what I did in that situation is I couldn't accept. I don't know what I would do now. And I'm older. I say my husband go out right now and have a baby. No, I can't. Black Money Corp said I hated that my father had a daughter outside of my family. I know. He said I never been married, but I got an 8.5. What? I got 8.5. Oh, you got 8.5 in college, 2 in elementary, 1 is locked up. Hey, I'm not mad at you.
Dang.
I'm not mad at you.
BMC. But I know a lot of people that's got a whole bunch of kids right in this hometown. But they took care of their kids and the woman's kids.
I wish I miss my childbearing days. If I know then what I know now, I would have more.
BMC, what they say, you were slinging that D everywhere. I didn't want
5 college graduates.
I wouldn't want. I didn't want a man that had a whole bunch of kids out there, because that meant, the way I got to love your kids. So that meant here come the kids and the kids' mamas.
That's what's up.
No, I didn't want that.
Wait, how many baby mamas you got on Black Money? You don't have to tell me to mind my damn business. Free said my ex got pregnant while I was locked up, and the chaplain in prison told me to go home and be a father to her child. I said, and I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you.
Well, Free, now did you really think that once you got locked up that woman was gonna be faithful? I mean, we got to be realistic here. Did you really think that woman was gonna be faithful?
So I'm sorry, I'm talking to Black Money right now. Black Money said he got 7 baby mamas.
Oh my God, dealing with 7 different women? Hell no, I couldn't have did nothing like that. Oh no.
How that work? All wait a minute, let me take a picture. Hold on. One thing, y'all coming. Wait, it's only 2 people in the chat room, and they turn the chat room up. It seems like the chat room going too fast right now. Because they said 7 baby mamas, 7 children, one child each. Hey man, I love you. All your children get along, right? And Free said he got some catching up to do.
Do all of your kids know each other, BMC?
And do all the baby mamas get along? Listen at us. We so nosy. Tell us about our business. Damn, that's all right. I know that's beautiful. All on black. Let me stop. They black, right? All the dudes black, right? Anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Hey, we would say he was gone for 4 years. Now, I don't know any man or woman that's incarcerated that thinks somebody getting ready to be sitting around twiddling their thumbs, especially when they're young and hot. We got to deal with the reality of this.
He said no one is to say.
If you thought a woman was going to be faithful or a man when you was locked up, I don't know. Somebody should have told you.
And what made you think he thought that, though? He didn't say that.
Oh.
What made you think he thought that, though?
Because he said that when he was locked up, he said the woman had a baby on him, and the person told him to go home and be a father to that child. And he said no.
I don't blame him. Wait, he said I have two 25-year-old. Oh, that's black. Two 25-year-olds and two 23-year-olds. Two sets of twins. He said he really did, though, April. He said he really did, April.
You thought
he really did thought she was going to be faithful.
Oh, Lord, you poor thing.
He said that was his first time in prison.
You poor thing.
Wait. So damn black money. Damn black money. Y'all see what he said?
Papa was a rolling stone. Whatever he was it doing?
Because that would be stupid of me. That was stupid what I said. Please, duh. But I know you're a proud father.
Yeah.
You have grandchildren yet? Oh no, you don't. Because you said 5 in college and 2 in elementary. Yeah. They don't know each other. Why? Wait.
Oh,
grown kids' mothers know each other, right?
He said,
is that a boy or girl? I'm sorry, I'm all up in your business, but this is fascinating to me. I love it. Like, I researched my father's side of the family, and like I just said, I realized that my father had 3 families. My grandfather, not my grandfather, my great-grandfather had 3 families. He said, drop the link, April.
Okay.
Can you take
grandfather had a family.
Take
Hold
that
on.
off too?
Hold on.
So my grandfather, as far as I know right now, it seems like he had 3 families. But on one of my research sites that I went to, one of the ladies could have been the same lady with a different family. So it's possible that he could have just 2 families. But my dad's dad was the love child, one of the love child. And he kept all of his children under one roof. My grandfather's mother went on to have her own family after she had a baby, which was my grandfather, Elisha Glango. He was a love child. Hello, welcome to the panel. Welcome to the panel.
Hey, BMC.
Can you
What's
take
good?
that panel off?
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, go ahead and ask me any questions about this baby. How you doing, B?
I'm doing great. So I was at my last question. So you said the mothers don't know one another.
Yeah, they don't know each other. They know about each other. They're not friends or anything like that. But my kids know each other.
So is it they in the same city?
No, I have
Oh, okay.
children from South Carolina. I got predominantly most of them are, but they were like transient. Like some of my baby mamas might have been here for working or college or just everybody don't know everybody in the city, especially women that are educated and to themselves. Most of all my baby mamas are educated and they don't do a lot of finger popping, so they'll never probably meet each other nowhere. I mean, or they probably been around each other, they never knew it.
They all black?
No, one of them is Spanish. One of them is actually from Spain, not like Puerto Rican Spanish. She's from Spain.
And the baby is the child is grown with her.
Yeah, she grown. She graduated college and everything. I got 5 kids that graduated from college. 2 kids in school right now, little
That's
kids.
awesome.
5 kids that graduated college, and 1 child is in prison. So I got
Do
a
they-
good ratio. And all
do
of
they
them know me,
together?
and I interact with all of them, and I have interacted with them their whole lives. Like on the first day of school, they guaranteed to have 2 pair of pants. 2 pair of shoes, 5 shirts, 5 a coat, book bag, all that shit
Right.
from Pops. They
Right.
can call me for
I know that's
anything. And they
right.
can call, I did do that for them, but I had a growth spurt with my kids when I did some prison time. When I got out for like 3 or 4 years, I was pumping that bass on their ass. So, and
So
it
do
was,
they interact with one another? Do they talk to each
yes,
other?
yes, they do. They do.
They
When
keep each
when
other
one
in
mad,
everything?
all of them mad with me. When one is mad, all of them mad.
That's
But they
awesome.
all are, like I said, I got 1 that's in prison, but the rest of them all are stellar students. They don't, all of them done graduated that was in college. I got 3 graduated, 1 graduating this year from out of Spartanburg, South Carolina. The college is that the state? Is that South Carolina State in Spartanburg?
Yes.
I got a George Mason a college graduate under my belt. I got a what's the Baldwin sisters, Mary Baldwin College. They done all been to dope colleges, and they're very you know what I'm saying. I didn't linger and not let them know who their daddy was. It just went in the house. You know how we do it.
So
you know
my
what I'm
grandmother had 7 children, but hers were all by one man.
saying? Well,
That's
you know.
amazing.
Now, I got a question for you, BMC.
Okay.
Now, don't you think, like, for your daughters, like, they probably think, like, a man ain't gonna marry them because you never married their mothers, or
No, guess what? One of my daughters like women and men. One of them comes from a mother that her grandmother was Geechee down there in South Carolina, and they raised to do them. Fuck a man. They raised to get theirs. And that's how my daughter is. They raised to get it. My baby mama in South Carolina, her and her 3 sisters, all of them are like judges, lawyers. You know what I mean? People are trying to get their money up. So not in the least. I got a little daughter right now that I'm raising her too. The ins and outs of how we do you. But my other daughters, their mothers have installed into them, hey, you got to get in when you fit in, and don't let a nigga guide you. You got to guide yourself. So that's the best thing about it. Most of them are well off. Poverty makes people do a bunch of crazy stuff. You probably well off, and you can
So
think.
let me ask you this. Oh, I'm sorry.
they don't have a man, they don't have a husband. They don't think they should be married. That's the question I'm asking.
Oh, do they? Oh, yeah. Nah, they got boyfriends and everything. They like 24, 22. They got the boyfriends and everything. They trying to get married. What I did with their mamas is nothing because I'm a smart person. I don't deal with my kids like I deal with little kids. I deal them with like the adults, and they already know the ins and outs of the world. Yeah, they probably want to get, one of them probably want to get married to a woman, which is cool, but you know what I mean? They're not thinking nothing about what happened with me and my women because they look at that old pop, like y'all just said earlier, was a rolling stone. It is what it is in life. A lot of times you go get married and don't even be happy. That's why I ain't never get married. I ain't really want them.
So let me ask you this. Did you see the interview between Dr. Cheyenne Bryant and Cam Newton?
Nah, because I don't like to watch a lot of that commercial stuff because it kind of like they don't be talking about shit. They be talking about shit that we got other problems other than that kind of stuff they be talking about. I got to feed my kids. I don't be watching Cam Newton. They got their money.
Okay, so with that being said, Okay, I can't exactly remember what she said to him, but she said something to the effect of he's creating, because he have a lot of kids.
Uh-huh.
He and Nick Cannon have a lot of kids. They are creating broken homes because they can't be in each home with each family. What do you think about that?
That depends on the person because your father can be in your home and the home can still be broken. My mom and my daddy was still together till I was like 18 years old, and my home was broken as fuck. My daddy was an abuser. He wanted to rip and run the world. He wasn't a drug addict. He was, I don't know what his problem was. Drugs didn't push him out. He just wanted to go do whatever he wanted to do. So it does. My thoughts on it is I haven't broken. Speaking for myself, I haven't broken any homes. I maybe empowered them to say, "Hey, I'm not going to be like my mom and my daddy. I'm going to
Right.
go do this." Yeah, nah. I mean, speaking on for me, because my baby mamas, I don't have no problem with them. They don't have no problem with me, and I'm glad they don't know each other because then it would probably be a problem if they got together as a collective and said, "Yeah, we got to get on black." Nah, I have each one of them on their own different merit because, like I said, none of them are not doing what they're supposed to do in the world. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a bunch of babies by some welfare queens, as Ronald Reagan called them. Everybody I dated was my attraction is intellect. You know what I mean? And self-sufficiency because I know that I was in a volatile, you know what I mean, uncalculated world before. I used to be in the streets selling drugs and robbing and doing a bunch of bullshit. So I probably won't be here tomorrow. So if I do fuck with somebody, it will be somebody that's smart and they got their own shit. I'm not messing with nobody that's in the same stuff that I'm into. You know what I'm saying? That was just me. I never dated nobody that was street or in the club or nothing like that. I dated like one of them was my high school sweetheart. I didn't even want a baby by her. When I came home, she just had to get the bass pumped. So there you go. You know what I'm saying? She wanted that bass pumped and she got it and called me and say, I'm telling you, 4 of them told me they didn't want me to do nothing. And that's for real. But as a man, and I got a good mama and a good sister. My mama is a horse, workhorse for me. You know what I mean? Ain't never got down, back down from nothing that I did or nothing. If I called mama, she was there. That's how I was raised. Okay. And a couple of them told me they didn't want me to do nothing, but my mom and my sister say, "Nah, you're gonna do what you're supposed to do. It ain't what nobody. I don't want me telling you. You got to go do what you got to do. Get them." Like I got one of my kids, the only one that's in prison. He's 35 years old, and when he was around 11, I got custody of him because his mama was not doing right, and I said, "I'm gonna go ahead and take him." And that's my oldest. And I didn't have no kids when I had custody of him. I just got him because I felt like his mama wasn't doing right. I got him. He's a man. I'm more adjusted for that. You know what I mean? And I ain't even have my own crib. I put him in my room. And he went to prison, but he was doing the college and doing what he had to do. He wanted to chase the street fame, and that happens to us. But yeah, I don't feel like I broke up no homes because shit, that sometimes that be the problem. People be stuck with people they don't want and be miserable. That the home don't be broken, the home be miserable. See what I'm saying? You can't prosper when there's misery there. So, I was just having fun and date. With y'all black women don't want to abort no babies. So I ain't never asked the question of that anyway. But a lot of them would have been like, hell no, I'm gonna have my kid. One of them told me I'm having an abortion. I gave up $450. 9 months later, they show up 13 months later, they show up with a baby wrapped up in a goddamn swaddling. A big baby. Who the fuck is this? I thought you was having an abortion. You see what I'm saying? So, I ain't breaking no homes up.
Yeah. So, Free My Grandma said, being an experienced woman, how important is marriage in our community? Look, now, I used to think marriage was the thing to do, the thing to be. But as the older I get,
it ain't all what it's cracked up to be.
I've been married twice. This is my second marriage. And I said it, the first time I said I'd never get married again, but I ended up getting married again anyway. I guess it depends on the person.
I haven't not been married that one time.
I've never been married neither.
I never found nobody. Well, right now I'm in a good relationship. It's stable. We don't go through nothing. You know what I mean? And I guess it's because of our age. My woman is in her mid-40s, and I'm in my 50s. So we're pretty much settled down to what we want to do in life. But when I was young, I never found nobody that I'm gonna marry her because I ain't never been the type of person to want a woman for how they look, what they got. It had to be something else. Like I said, intelligence attracts me. I don't go because she got a fat ass. I gotta have her because she got a fat ass. Her mind might not be right. You know what I'm saying?
So I try to do what the Most High want us to do, and I read the Bible a lot, but I only know of one marriage in the New Testament, and that's that marriage that Jesus went to it. Wanted to survive. I don't know if marriage is warranted by the Most High God. I know He said, "Be fruitful and multiply." He didn't say how or with whom or, you know what I'm saying?
Right. But you know,
So
we come
I
from
don't know.
nuclear families. You know, all our grandmas raised us. We come from nuclear families, so a lot of our parents was never married. But it was a respect factor in the community with black men and women. If you see his woman somewhere, hey, that's Mike's woman. Hey,
you know what's crazy? My grandmother raised me and my two brothers, but my parents are still together.
Right. That's what happens. It falls on the granny. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
But that's our community.
My parents didn't raise us.
Grandma raised
they
everybody.
Still together, and I'm raising them now. I'm taking care of them now. That's crazy.
Right. Granny is always the backbone of the black community. She got to do everything. She got to go get the pastor right. She got to get the kids right, the husband right. That's why they keep telling y'all, but y'all not listening. The black woman is the most important person in America right now. You don't see that though, because she is in all states. They love black women, but they hate black men. You see what I'm saying? They would accept y'all and put y'all over their own women, as you can see with Kamala Harris type of situation. They will put a black woman over their own woman because they know what God did.
April, what do you think about what Free said about being an experienced woman and the importance of marriage in the community?
Well, I came from married parents, and you know, it was what it was. You know, I saw some things, like I said, we grew up in the era where parents fought, you know.
Yep. And they let your daddy go the next morning.
They fought. And I wasn't getting ready to be with nobody that put their hands on me.
Do y'all think they was pushing that in the 70s, April? Because a lot of men was woman beaters in the 70s. That's why they had all them pimps.
Did it come from them looking at the movies? Was that knowing that they had been with the white? I don't know if it was like a curse in the DNA or what.
It was the promotion of it. It was seen as, you know, batter in the head and she ain't acting right. And you'll go to jail for 24 hours, we'll let you out. But then them black women start getting in the power, and then putting them domestic violence laws out there, it wrangled it in. But my mama and daddy is still married. My mama is 75, my pop's probably 74. But they still married, and they've been married since they've been like 16, 17 years old, but they haven't been together since 1989. And they haven't been around each other since 1989. My daddy.
Yeah, my parents, they separated about 3 times, got back together.
No, they ain't never get back together or nothing. My mama had a boyfriend after that, her whole life, the same guy. My dad was in New York, Richmond, Virginia, Cali, Alaska. He was just traveling, roaming. Now he's in the capital of Richmond, and he's still doing the same thing he was doing when he was a young boy, messing with a bunch of women. And drug women and stuff. He ain't even a drug addict. He's in the Christian church. He got there want to be a goddamn pastor. And he's still running women. Me and him talked for the first time in like 10 years, like last year, and we had got on a good accord. But my brother died this year, and he went to the funeral. And he went to the funeral. He went over to my mama's house, and I guess had a conversation with her, talked to her. And when I called my mom to check on her, I call her like 5 times a day just to look up with you, girl. And when he heard me in the background, he say, "What's up, son? I'm gonna come see you." I said, "Okay," because me and him been talking on the phone. Okay, I'm gonna see him about an hour. Okay, that's what it is. Look, he ain't never come. The next day, he was over there, and my mama was talking to me. And I guess he wanted me to know he was there. He said, "What's up?" I ain't say nothing to him. I ain't heard from him since. This is like 3 months ago. I ain't heard from the nigga since. But I don't really feel no kind of way because I already know what to expect from him because I'm his son. He raised me up in the house till like 16, 17, 18. He ain't like I ain't know him. He was ready in my house. He good values. Don't steal. Do the right thing out there. You know what I mean? Somebody run up on me with their ass. You know, he raised me as a man. I told him that. When I talked to him last year the first time, you know what I told him? I said, the only thing I hate about goddamn woman beater was solid, dog. It's good in my book. Woman beater. On the drug addict, he want to go free nasty nigga, disrespectful nigga. We always got on cologne, always dressed like always well mannered. But that woman beating for my mama was good. She was. My mama even never been in a club. During her birthday party. She was a worker, an anchor. He couldn't see that. That's be the problem with us as men. We don't see when we got an anchor. We want to fucking sail. Then we want to speedboat. Yeah, my peoples, they still married. I got their marriage license right now.
But check this out. Where do you think that abuse come from?
From a black man beating a black woman.
Yeah, I mean,
it came from this.
That was
okay. You're already upset because you can't make it in the world, and then they're giving your woman everything, and they're damn near telling your woman don't mess with you, and you don't know what it. You know what I mean? You already kicking your ass in the streets, and only the one place where you can have some dominance. Maybe you came from a broken home and saw the same things. You didn't know how to understand how to key in on. I got a family, and we can work. That's what you came from, whooping ass. So you whooped ass because you couldn't control shit in the world. You can't tell a white man, we tell you to get off the job, you fired, or we're not hiring, we're not giving you this. So when you get into one place that you know that you run shit, you don't know how to act. Because you went, first of all, you ain't been taught that. You came from the same domestic violence that you just about to commit. So, and you just got beat up in the outside world. So now this is your chance to get that. And just like black crime, we're gonna abuse who around us. What happens with the black man. We be dogged so much, they dog us so much that when we get home, we don't know how to lead by example or we control. We out of control with it. It's like, you know what I'm saying? This is our first time doing it. We don't have no control of what's going on in the world right now. They love our women, but I hate our men. They hate us.
That's interesting. And I could see that because, like we say, they'll move the black woman up,
right?
But they move the black man up.
They gonna put your ass in a box, undereducate you. They put you in a box, undereducate you, pit you against your woman by letting the fruit-on marry white men. Okay, they'll give the white family across the street a loan because they're family, and they give your woman welfare because you're not a family. See, it's crazy. It still is going on too. All the black people in power are black people that went to the same school. There's no black people that's coming off of their pockets coming into power. They all picked from the same gene pool that they have cultivated for years. You know what I mean? From the Shelton hams, there's no Roscoe chickens and waffles. It's all, you know what I'm saying?
So BMC, where do you think, all of this cheating, having multiple families, where does that come from?
The plantation.
Why did they have to think that?
The plantation, where they didn't have somebody else can choose who you're sleeping with. You could be in love with somebody. He could say, "Nah, that's your wife over there." Get the light skinned one of my strongest hands. I want you over there. Or just the stud farms where they had us inbred. They had one of us with a big penis in the fucking farm. All his job was to do was make babies so the master could get his plantation right. We've been cultivated not to be with our women.
If that's the case, then what about Joseph?
Who is that?
In the Bible.
What about him?
He's the father of the 12 tribes of Israel by 4 women.
Joseph is from a different kind of style of life, right? Okay, when Joseph was around.
Why couldn't they have come from that though? Why couldn't they have come from God?
Because the Bible, well, this is my interpretation. So, B, don't get on me. I'm gonna say this about the Bible. The Bible is a manuscript and it's a tool of control. So myself, I really don't believe in like Joseph. It's like mythology. I'm learned. I would say the Joseph situation is he was under a different set of rules. If your brother died and his wife is around, you can take care of her. You can take her on as a wife. That's how he ended up with a bunch of wives. Also, if you look, some of his wives were slaves. With his slaves, so I can't even go about with it. From Joseph, we got a lot of women from that plantation where we couldn't even get married. You know what I'm saying? Room and shit. So we couldn't even get married. So that's our thing to put on the red suit. Just red suit, and get all the poontang and hold down. We never been structured to marry each other. It's against each other. That's why you see Frederick Douglass. His first wife
Right.
was.
I'm sorry, my bad. I'm sorry. I said Joseph. He's Jacob.
Jacob, yeah.
Jacob. I said Joseph.
I know what you meant. I know it. I know it. Because Free just sent me the 12. Who said that? Free? Let me see.
Yeah.
Free just sent me the 12 tribes of Israel. Yeah, I don't think it comes from anything to do with the Bible. The Bible is a control. You know how they tell you if you don't do all this stuff in the Bible, you're going to hell. But the Bible doesn't have to tell you not to cheat on your woman, not to beat her, not to be a liar, not to be a thief. That's just integrity. So that's why I don't really adhere to what the Bible says, because it's monotonous to me. And I grew up in the Kojic church. But it's monotonous. It's a tool of control, because you see everybody that's telling you to go by what the Bible says. The majority of them are doing shit that ain't of the Bible. So it's hard to believe stuff like that.
I just think that it was something that the Most High planted in us to, like he said, be fruitful and multiply. But somebody came along and dipped their hand in it and mixed it all up and got it mixed up. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand it, but you know, that's a broad statement, because okay, the Most High said it, okay? Mm-hmm. But the Most High is not in the Bible. You said the Bible, they don't speak of God as the Most High. You know, the person that you quote in the Bible is Gumar Astafar. You actually quoting 3 people when you say God said it. That's my problem with that.
Now that's, speaking of broad, now that's broad.
Yeah. I mean, it's a broad statement, but it's true. The Bible is 5,000 years ago.
It was a manuscript to tell stories. Like,
yeah, it's mythology.
You know, it's like it was a manuscript, so, and you could see the same things. That's why I tell people all of this stuff is just revolving.
Right.
Like,
it's called that's a paradigm.
Yeah,
that's called a paradigm.
Yeah, and so because when you read it, I mean, you see the same stuff going right on. You see it. I mean,
and when you reading it, it's romanticized. You're reading it as you're not reading it as what it is. A manuscript, you're reading it romanticized. You believe it was Joseph and his story that they did this. And my conflict with it is, it just seems like it's just brain, like it's kind of brainwashing. But we believe that these like kids with wings, and you know, Moses had the 10 Commandments, all kind of, you know, taken outside of what really happens. We go by what we read, and it's been too altered for me to understand or to even accept it.
Well, what do you think about this Ethiopian Bible?
The Ethiopian Bible, it might be correct. I read a few pages from the Maccabees and studied on Axum, but that's my thing. That's not Christianity. When we speak the Bible and stuff, that's not what we push it though. So we push a religion that was annexed and then brought back to Africa and then trickled over here to America as product. We're not reading Ethiopian Bible. We read the Protestant Bible that Martin Luther brought in place. So that's what we got to know. What's going on with the Bible? All of it is like directions. It's made for certain people. They ain't even made for us. King James Version is not made for us. The Protestant Lutheran Bibles are not made for you. So that would be my thing. What I can't get understanding out of the altar. But I have read Ethiopian. I read the Ethiopian church stuff and Ethiopian Bibles. But white folks got you that thing too. So
yeah.
Are you an evangelist?
No, I don't. Hold on one second. I don't go by any denomination. I just believe in the Most High Yah.
Does that conflict with your belief though? Like the Bible, what Bible do you read? The King James Version?
I read the King James and I read the Apocrypha.
Okay, the Apocrypha. But doesn't that Apocrypha the Greek? This is from the Greek, right?
I can't understand. I can't hear you. Let me turn this up.
Can you hear me?
Go ahead. I can hear you. Go ahead. I just needed to turn up my But go ahead.
Okay, the Apocrypha, that's like the Greek Bible, right?
The Apocrypha is books that was taken out of the original script.
Oh, okay, like and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Not is it one called Malachi or like Melchizedek?
Hold on. My computer got a lot
Because
of...
if you read those, you're not even a Christian.
No, I don't consider myself a Christian. I don't
You're
call
more
myself...
Gnostic. You're more Gnostic.
I used to.
Okay.
I don't call myself anything, sir. I just believe in the Most High Yah, that He created this a chosen people. He has chosen people that He created, that He wanted to serve Him and to follow His laws and commandments. That's what I believe. I believe that He's going to gather His people one day. I don't know how, I don't know when, I don't know where. And I believe that He's going to let us know. I believe that with all my heart.
Right.
I believe that He still has a chosen people. And I believe that Black American, foundation of Black America, with all that we went through with the chattel slavery and everything,
right.
I believe that we are descendants of the true biblical Hebrew Israelite. I believe that.
I believe that too. I don't adhere to Christianity, but I do believe that the Black Americans are something special that they have not yet to tell us. That's why I don't attach myself to Africa, because they want to detach me from it.
Exactly. And let me tell you something. This awakening, this foundation of Black American awakening, it has something to do. I think it has a lot to do with the chosen, because all of a sudden we all waking up.
Right.
We all waking up, learning who we are, who we really are, where our ancestors really came from. Some of us are finding out that our ancestors were never slaves, that they were free men and women.
Right.
It's happening all over the world. Well, no, I take that back. It's happening all over the United States.
Right.
To Black Americans. And it's all of a sudden, it's an awakening. All of a sudden, I started awakening around 2019. I started realizing that something was wrong. I always knew that something was wrong when it came to our community. Like, they always called us the minority. I never thought that we were the minority.
Because how can we be the minority if all we do is have babies?
Exactly. And you know, our grandparents had 12, 13, 15 babies back in the day.
I just told you my count. I ain't playing with them. How can we be a minority?
I never believed we were the minority. I never believed the things that they fed to us. I don't know. I grew up in North Carolina, but like I said, when I got older, I left. But I remember we used to get these damn shots. Everybody that I know in my hometown, let me finish before I forget. Everybody we know in our hometown have this little dot on their arm that came from vaccinations. Every Black person that I know. When I moved to DC, a nurse saw that dot on my arm. She asked me what it was. I said to myself, you're a nurse and you don't know what that is? When I told her it was a vaccination, she was like, oh, like, you know, I believe that they've been doing something to us for years and they still doing shit to us.
Right.
You know, that's just what I believe.
My mama got one. That inoculation you was talking about on your arm, on your shoulder, is right on your upper shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
My mama got one.
I think it's on my right. I still have the thing. It's on my left arm. Yep. I don't know what it is. Never knew what it was, and we still don't know what it is. But yeah.
That was the measles and all that. That was for like the measles.
I got one on my shoulder. I got one of them.
Do y'all know any white people that have diabetes?
Nope.
I don't. And you notice that the people that have diabetes, their whole house will have it, but nobody else will have it around. Their whole house will have it. Because I got one part of my family, everybody in the house had a leg amputation or something like that. And
my husband just had a leg amputation
due to diabetes, right?
Yep. And you know what? We moved back to our hometown about 3 years ago. Most of the men, I ain't gonna say most, a lot of the men in my hometown have amputations. I was looking around, I couldn't believe it. White and black though. So I don't know if the white man.
No, because the white people are on their level, you know, they probably got the same things they got in all their diets and their eating habits, and all of them eating the same things and drinking the same
a lot
water.
of people in my hometown like love some pork.
Yeah.
They love some pork. And they're giving us cancer through our foods. I believe that.
Yep.
I was diagnosed 3 years ago. It's one of the reasons why I moved back home.
And education is the number one thing. Education. We look at education as a burden instead of looking at it as a prize. We got to be able to keep up, to even know what they're doing. A lot of us will be worrying about our sports team as opposed to what the government is doing. We'll be worried about if our team won last night as opposed to did the government pass that law.
So, because, you know, when you have people, I get so mad when people tell me, girl, why you worried about them Epstein files? I told them, you need to be worried about it.
Oh,
when they're talking about that they done made vaccinations, they made COVID-19. Hell,
right, but they got us worrying about the freaky part of it, but we need to be worrying about the plans that they was having. All the people with power was getting together. Them, like I said earlier, them daggone babies. Yeah, I noticed a lot of entertainers got a bunch of babies now. Like Pharrell got triplets. You know, he's not doing nothing like that. Come on, Pharrell. He got triplets.
Who was that said Pharrell got triplets, but no daggone well he don't like what?
I did. I did because I know him. I just seen his daddy about 2 weeks ago. I know Pharrell daddy would get to me.
Oh, you from Virginia?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You did say that.
Yeah, his daddy named Butch. I see him all the time. Daddy be selling shoes. Them shoes for him, pushing vapes and all that. His daddy got a van. He's selling shoes out the van. Real talk. Shout out Butch.
They are our open enemies. Free my grandma. They are our open enemies.
Right.
It's a perpetual hatred. It's perpetual. I don't care how much they try. It's a lot of people hate us. Let me listen what this man said about black fathers in the United States of America, like quick, because we got off topic, and I wanted to play this video for y'all. Y'all may have heard him, the Somalian man. Listen to what he said about black Americans. This is what prompted me through my research. I hope y'all can hear it.
Most of the people that we meet, especially African Americans, they don't even know their fathers. They don't even know their fathers.
So God.
It was all of them, most of them were the product of one night stand. One night stand. They will tell you, I don't know my father. Well, who named you? Whose name are you carrying? Well, my mother chose his name for me. I don't know. Is that what we want for our ummah? No. كلهم أو معظمهم أبناء الزنا. أبناء الزنا.
He's speaking Somali.
Man, he has to give up the seed. And because the marriage will limit them, they will go from one to another to a third. Most of the
See, he terrible. See, he's a Muslim, right? And everybody always talk about Malcolm X. That would have been Malcolm X document. He would have been Malcolm X's brother, as opposed to us being his brother. Malcolm X, he would have been preaching that right there. And all of us are one night stands. Those people ain't never gonna come to America, and that's what they think about America, because they're listening to the thinking that all Americans one night stands, and we got no integrity. See what I'm saying? But he said we don't know our father. Ain't they supposed to be our father? That's what you got to read. Ain't Africans supposed to be our father? Don't we come from Africa? That's what we call the motherland. It doesn't make sense. They know, but we don't know. 5 African presidents came over here like 3 months ago and got slapped up by Donald Trump. And none of them asked, where's my black brothers? Where's my black people? Let me speak to my African Americans. But they got our name attached to them. Y'all know that 5 of those people, 5 African presidents came over here, and ain't none of them get up with no black people.
Listen, y'all. Did I mention that my first husband is Nigerian?
He was an Igbo.
Yep. From the
His
Igbo
money
tribe.
grubbing ass.
Huh?
He was a money grubber. He was an Igbo. He was about money.
He was about the easiest way out of anything, honey.
Right.
Not just money, anything. And I know firsthand that they don't like us. My ex-mother-in-law used to tell me all the time, "Oh, I wish she was Nigerian. I wish she was She used to tell me that all the time. I used to hate it.
God.
If I knew then what I know now, I would have said, well, I'm not. I'm a proud, foundational Black American. My people are right here from this land. They ain't never been nowhere else. We ain't never been nowhere. If I knew then what I know now, that's exactly what I would have told them.
Right, because you weren't even relatable to their culture, was you?
Let me tell you something. Me being a Southern girl from North Carolina, we had a lot of culture, foods, just the way we carry a household. Like, I'm from the South. We always had this big old trunk. We had a lot of cultural things in common. Now, I did my research on the Igbo people and the Black American people. And my research tells me that foundational Black Americans are related to the Igbo. 15% of foundational Black Americans are descendants of the Igbo tribe. Maybe 10%, 10, 15%. That's where I found the research. And I also learned that the Igbo tribes are descendants of the true Israelites.
Exactly.
Like when the Roman soldiers took over Israel, they fled to Africa. Those are the ones that fled and blended in to Africa. And here we are today. Now, my thing is, like I told y'all, my father's people were free men and women. I don't know about my mother's side. I don't know if anybody on my father's side ever was a slave, because according to my research, they had to carry their papers around with them to show that they were free men and women. But a lot of times that didn't work. They took you anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm a proud foundation of Black American. I didn't know at first. What me and April, we didn't know what the hell Foundation of Black American was. People wasn't answering our questions. We didn't know what the tethering thing was about. You know, so I had to do my research. And I'm proud. I'm so proud. My father's name alone, Blango. My father's encampment was called Bettytown.
I'm from Cuffytown.
Huh?
I'm from Cuffytown.
They came and destroyed Bettytown, and now it's Aurora, North Carolina. You said Cuffytown, C-U-P-P-E, right?
C-U-F-F-E.
C-U-F-F-E. Because I'm thinking that came in my research too. That's in
Cuffy.
South Carolina or North Carolina?
No, that's Virginia.
Virginia.
Around the Dismal Swamp. Swamp.
Yeah, my people, swamp. Aurora, North Carolina is nothing but swamp. And my people are still there today. You look up any Blangos, most of them are in Aurora, North Carolina.
Right. But you know, I know the Mingos is a dark-skinned, nice, wavy hair Native Americans out of Virginia, North Carolina, too. There's a lot of Mingos.
See, I didn't know anything about them to today. I was a few years old.
But the Igbos, look, you know, the Igbos are the Geechees, the Gullah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because they're from, you know, a lot of them came through by way of Charleston. You know, Charleston was a main slave port. Charleston,
I remember when my mother-in-law visited my hometown. She was sitting on my porch one day. This was years ago, over 20 years ago. And she was saying it reminded her of her village.
Right. Charleston, and she would have went in between Charleston and Savannah. It's Beaufort, South Carolina. She would have felt at home because they have Igbo land in there where a lot of Igbo people came here and they say they're not going to be slaves, and they walked in the water. They have a big monument outside of Beaufort, South Carolina called Igbo, the Igbo landing. When they got there, they said, "Nah, we ain't doing it." They said, "Nah, we ain't doing it," and they went home. But if you go to South Carolina, you will see the difference between the Black people that's in America and the African people that are in America, African Blacks, because they're different. You can tell that that's where they was at. It's true. Indeed, you was right about some of us are from Africa, and it's in a high concentration around Charleston, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Georgia is a high concentration of them, of the Igbos. That's where they at. You want to find your peoples. You got any Igbo kids? You got any kids that like?
Yeah, my daughters, Chioma and Ijoma.
Yeah. Oh, Chioma, God's that's
Yep.
God's something.
And Ijoma.
Yeah.
My son, I had a son, but he passed away at birth.
Was she born on Wednesday?
Huh?
Was your daughter born on Wednesday?
I can't remember. I
No,
don't know.
because you know her name spelled like with CHI, right?
Chioma. Yeah.
Yeah, you know that Chioma, that's CHI, that's God's something. What does it mean?
Yeah,
It's 'cause
I forgot. God's I
'cause she
forgot.
is God.
My mother-in-law named her
Okay.
both my daughters,
Be
Ijoma
careful, because
and
she might have named them for the day of the week. When they name their kids, they name their
Mhm.
kids for the day of the week they was born. That Chioma. I'm gonna find out about it because I know somebody named Chioma too.
And then Ijoma is a very popular one too.
Yeah.
That's Ijeoma. Ijoma.
But if she want to see some people like the Igbo, go to Beaufort, South Carolina. They Geechee. They keep a pot of rice because that's what they brought the Igbos to do, to raise rice in America. And anywhere where a rice culture is Igbos. That's what they came to do, to do the rice. Someone came.
I love me some rice and stew. I love Nigerian food. It's very delicious dish.
It's nasty.
Nah, you didn't get it right.
I got it.
Very good dishes.
What you had? Eagle soup.
Oh, I like the eagle soup.
Okay.
But that was before I knew it was made with that he was putting snails in that shit.
Right. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was before I knew, and that was before I knew that we're not supposed to be eating snails anyway. So but I liked it at the time. I just didn't know that we were supposed to.
I studied their culture because one of my daughters, the one that's graduating college, she is a Geechee from South Carolina, and they got the African in their heritage. They talk just like they're from Jamaica somewhere, but they go Geechee on. They go all day, and they be talking like they dumb, but all on super smart. They be acting that shit. They act like they don't understand, but they be, you know what I'm saying? So, and they hustlers. So yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So we had some similar in our cultures and the way we raise our children, similarities.
I don't see it. I don't see the similarities.
When you live you got to be in the household. You got to live in the household to see the similarities.
I don't win African too. Come on, I don't win African too.
Yeah. So
I know a lot of African women. They ain't like American. They're not like American women.
In the household to see the similarity.
What?
You said they had to be in the household?
No, he said that he can't see the resemblance, the similarities between Black Americans and Igbo. But I said there are some similarities, but in my opinion, in order for you to see the similarities, you have to be living in the same household.
I see where they get that daddy stuff from, though, because the daddy,
like the food is similar. It's just prepared differently. The way the children are raised is similar. Same things that they do that Black Americans do. It's just a lot of similarities I found. Between him and me when it comes to culture, living.
Okay.
Like
I mean, not me, because I'm saying, like I told you, like the South Carolina people, the Geechees in South Carolina, Beaufort, they got the same similarities like people from Native Islands. They call it the Low Country, and there's a bunch of Patois talking people over there. The lifestyle is they got a lot of superstitions and beliefs. Out of what people believes in, people say it has different from America. Even y'all thinking they're thinking it's do anything to say if you marry him. American women, they're like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all independent. Y'all are independent women. African women seem more mystical.
Free, my grandma said we took over the show. Hey, April, when you put Free My Grandma, Free My Grandma on the screen, guess what came to my mind?
Okay, I'm not going to there, Free. I'm gone. I'm out of Free.
Hey,
I'm out of y'all.
Interesting. This we can learn. We learning some stuff today. I know.
Yeah. When you put
I'm gone. I know I'm able, you're the only one of few people I even come up with the camera. You know what I'm saying? I'm gone.
Yeah.
All right, B. Nice to meet you. And like I said, check on them Geechees out there in South Carolina. Them Geechees is some spiritual shit.
Yeah, I'm in North Carolina though, so I don't know much
I know,
about
but
it.
they might be your cousins.
Yeah, probably. Hey, I wouldn't doubt it. I would not doubt it. I
These
would not doubt it.
people practice voodoo and stuff.
That's
Yeah,
what
they
they say,
do.
but they don't. They don't.
They
Most of them
don't.
are Christian.
Them Geechee people into witchcraft and stuff.
They say they are. I live with them, April. I seen them. They'll do a some of them do it, but for the most part, they're Christian. A lot of and there's a lot of strong grandmas there. I was there every morning. The old lady, 90 years old. She worked for American Marine Base 60 years. She would say, "Oh Lord," they give them slave plantation. They own 6 houses and acres of land all the time. You know what I'm saying? That witchcraft stuff, we got. I can see it. One of my best friends, the name Henry Frazier. I did not see it, and I know I went down there thinking that it was gonna be a bunch of hikers. They got more spiritual. They're more spiritual. White folks got you thinking voodoo. They're more spiritual.
By the way, I just want to say that Somalian dude, he issued an apology. He had to issue an apology because the FDA got on his butt so quick.
But can you believe them?
Y'all want to see the video of his apology?
I'm gone, y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all show.
All
Okay.
right. I'm about to go too, but I got to show y'all his apology. It's
Yes.
backstage. April. Oh, can I add it? Oh,
Oh, hold on. Do I need to add you? Hold on.
الله وبركاته والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم. I'll be quick and to the point. A few days back, a sister emailed me saying that perhaps I did disrespect the African American in doing my khutbah. And my response to her was, "Are you sure that was me?" Because indeed, I do have a tremendous respect and great respect for African Americans, especially for what they did for the immigrants who came after them. It was them who died, it was them who they killed for their freedom and their struggle. And their struggle should be appreciated and celebrated, not to be condemned and disrespected. So the sisters, after that, she sent me a link saying, "This is what you said, Jazakallah khair," in the most polite way. And I do appreciate Sister Aisha. I don't even know her last name or second name, but I do appreciate you sending me that. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you.
April, can you mute your mic? Thank you.
What I'd like to say here, number one, the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam told us who we are and what we are when he said, "Kull ibn Adam khata," every single one of you would make a mistake. Every single son of Adam would make a mistake. And I am one of those people. I cannot justify what I said. And what I said in a nutshell was that I brushed all African Americans being, or majority African Americans being, one night stand. That is unfair and incorrect. But we also know something called zallat al-lisan. Sometimes you say something when you're on the minbar and you're talking and you're addressing congregation, and your mind is thinking in a high speed manner, and you don't know what to say maybe or what would come. I don't know how I said it and when I said it, because nobody ever brought that subject to me, even though the khutbah happened a month ago, because it was not my intention. So from here, I sincerely apologize if I offended anybody regarding this. I lived in America, I lived in Canada, I live in Canada, and I know what African Americans.
Don't need to hear all that, but I don't believe his apology because you said it, sir. You done said it. What are you apologizing for? Stand by what you said, brother.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He said that. We are one night stands. And let me tell you something. I don't know anybody that don't know who their father is. I don't know anybody that don't know who their father is. Everybody that I know knew their father, whether he was in the home or not. They knew him. Anyway, let me get him out of my face. I don't accept his apology. We ain't accepting no apology.
Girl, them
We
people,
no apology
them
since-
Somalians, they don't think nothing about us. None of them people think ain't nothing up.
What happened? Is April still talking? Because I don't hear anything.
No, I muted my mic.
Oh, and I muted mine. So
No.
look, it's going on
Ah,
2.5 hours that we've been up here, and I'm all talked out anyway. So. Woo, child.
hey, this was a great show. I
Yeah,
learned a lot of stuff today.
yeah.
Free grandma, free my grandma. Thank you.
When you free,
I
look at
learned,
this
I learned,
smile.
I learned a lot of stuff.
Look at his smile.
I know. See,
Thank you, Black Money Corp,
yeah,
and God bless you, brother. Thank you for raising all them youngins, because they trying to say we ain't having babies no more. But damn,
you
boy.
know. I thank you, Sparrow, them for joining me. We got an understanding about men today. Um, Realizing that maybe marriage ain't always what it's cracked up to be.
I agree, but I
Yeah,
love you. But
I
let me put it
so
this way.
abuse,
I feel
you
like
know,
if you're going to live
and
together,
so
you might get married. I feel like if you're going to live together, you might as well get married. I don't know. That's but when people say that crept up, all crept up, however you say it, I agree with that too. Because I've been in two. This is my second one.
I lived with a whole lot of people with me rather. Yeah. hmm Yeah. I did shacking quite a few
And he
times.
said his young is 5 and 6. I do declare. Look, y'all, I got to go.
But anyway, y'all, there is
So
a
follow
video
me,
that's going around. Did you see
Sparrow,
that video
talk.
that showing
Crazy. Hold
Michelle
up.
and Trump showing people as apes, and they're saying that Trump released that video, and they've come back to say somebody made another account and released that video. Y'all don't believe the hype with all of this stuff. These people want to keep everybody divided, fighting, and everything. And until you realize that the agenda is working to keep us divided and fighting, we will never unite. And they will keep winning, and we still won't be getting a doggone thing. And we're not getting ready to get nothing too much because, hey, everybody done hijacked our movement. This is April Showers. Thanks for joining me. Peace.